Good morning, students. Students, in this chapter of basic concept of chemistry, in the discussion of the mechanism of the reaction, I have discussed with you the substrate and the reaction intermediate. Next are attacking reagent. Attacking reagent. Now, as far as the attacking reagents are considered, student, this can either be electrophile or nucleophile. What are attacking reagent? Those reagents which attack on the substrate molecule to form the reaction intermediate. Those are called as the attacking reagent. These attacking reagent, they can either be electrophile. Attacking reagents can either be electrophiles or these can be nucleophiles. Am I clear? These are electrophiles or nucleophiles. Now, electrophiles, students always remember, these are electron-loving species. Nucleophiles are nucleus-loving. These are nucleus-loving. So, electrophiles are electron-loving, nucleophiles are nucleus-loving. Electrophiles, they are electron deficient species. They are electron deficient species. Electron deficient species. So when they are electron deficient, means they are electron loving. So they attack the center of high electron density. They attack the center of high electron density. They attack the center of high electron density. How? They are electron loving species now. So if you have carbon which contains a negative charge, on this electrophile will attack, which will be having a positive charge, and this will result in the formation of a desired product. I think I shall be very clear. These electrophiles are electron loving, so they either will be positively charged or electron deficient. So electrophile will either be positive charge, positively charged, or this will be electron deficient. They are either positively charged or electron deficient. Positively charged means like Cl positive, like Br positive, like methyl positive. So these are the positively charged species. Electron deficient means their octet is not complete, like boron trifluoride, like aluminium chloride, etc. Am I clear? So these are called as a electrophile. Then nucleophile, they are nucleus loving. So they are one more thing, electrophiles are electron deficient. So they act as Lewis acid. So electrophile, they act as Lewis acid. They act as a Lewis acid. I think I shall be clear. Now nucleophiles, they are nucleus loving. They are nucleus loving. So they are attack the region of a low electron density. It means they are negatively charged. So if I talk about the nucleophile, so nucleophile normally possess an electron pair which they can donate. They normally have electron pair to donate. They normally have electron pair to donate. So where will they attack? They attack the region of low electron density. They attack the region of low electron density. Region of low electron density. How? If you have a carbon having a positive charge, Here the nucleophile will attack, that is nucleus having a negative charge, and this will result in the formation of a desired product. Am I clear? They are either negatively charged or have lone pair of electron. So they will either be negatively charged. They are either negatively charged or they have a lone pair of electron. Negatively charged like Cl negative, like Br negative, like methyl negative, etc. Lone pair like NH2, then OH, then OR, etc. Since they have a lone pair of electron, so they act as Lewis base. They act as Lewis base. So this will act as a Lewis base. Then we have MB files. MB files or ambient nucleophile. So they act as both Lewis acid or Lewis base. So they will be ambident nucleophile. Ambident nucleophiles. Ambident are those groups which behaves as an electrophile as well as a nucleophile. So they behave as electrophile and nucleophile. That is, they have a dual nature. So they behave as electrophile and nucleophile. So they behave as electrophile and nucleophile. In our syllabus, student, we have two groups which will be used in the reaction. This will be like cyanide group. It may behave as a nucleophile as well as a electrophile. Then we have nitro group. They may behave as a ambident nucleophile. Am I clear? So they will be having a dual character. Whenever these concepts come in the syllabus, we will be definitely discuss this. So now we have done with you the substrate, we have done with you the attacking reagent, we have done with you the reaction intermediate, and now we comes to the last topic of the chapter. This is types of organic reactions. Types of organic reactions. Now student, as far as the various types of organic reactions are concerned, this can be the substitution reaction. Various types of organic reactions are substitution reactions. Then this can be addition reaction. Substitution reaction, then addition reactions, then elimination reactions. Elimination reaction. Then rearrangement reaction. Substitution, elimination, and then rearrangement reaction. Then oxidation reaction. And then we have a reduction reaction. Oxidation, reduction will be discussed when we come across these reactions in the topic. I will be in brief explaining to you these four reactions. Now the substitution reactions. When we talk about the substitution reactions. So substitution reactions are those reactions in which an atom or group attached to the carbon atom in the substrate is replaced by another atom or a group. I repeat, those reactions in which atom or group attached to the carbon atom in the substrate is replaced by another atom or a group. As for example, if you take methane molecule, this is methane molecule, this is treated with chlorine and the reaction occurs in the presence of sunlight. So what will happen? This bond from here will break. It will result in the formation of CH3Cl and HCl will be given out. So those reactions in which an atom or group attached to a carbon atom in the substrate molecule is replaced by another atom or group. Similarly, if you take this reaction, ethyl chloride, it is made to react with aqueous solution of potassium hydroxide. This bond will be broken. It will result in the formation of ethyl alcohol and KCl will be given out. So those reactions are called as a substitution reaction. Substitution reactions can be classified into three categories. These are free radical substitution reaction. Am I clear? If it is being substituted by the free radical, it will be called as free radical substitution reaction. These are electrophilic substitution reaction and then nucleophilic substitution reaction. Nucleophilic substitution reaction. Is it clear or not? Similarly, the addition reaction. Those reactions in which atom or group is added to the substrate molecule so that the triple bond changes into double bond and the double bond changes into a single bond. That means sp hybridization changes into sp2 and sp2 into sp3. Those reactions will be called as a addition reactions. So those reactions are called as the addition reaction. So addition reactions are those reactions in which atom or group is added to the unsaturated part to result in the formation of a saturated molecule. Like if you take this one, CH, triple bond CH, to this if hydrogen is added and added in the presence of a nickel, this triple bond compound will change into a double bond compound. To the double bond compound, if again the addition of hydrogen is done and that is done in the presence of a nickel, it will result in the formation of an ethane molecule. This is what molecule? Ethyne. This is what molecule? Ethene. And this is what molecule? Ethane. So those reactions in which atom or group of atoms adds to the unsaturated hydrocarbon to get it converted into saturated hydrocarbon, or I must say the state of sp hybridization changes into what? sp2, which will change into sp3. Am I clear? Now the addition reaction, they can also be classified into three categories. These are free radical addition reaction. These are free radical addition reaction. So they can be classified as free radical addition reaction or electrophilic addition reaction. Free radical addition reaction or electrophilic addition reaction. Or this can be classified as nucleophilic addition reaction. Free radical addition reaction, electrophilic addition reaction, or this can be classified as a nucleophilic addition reaction. Am I clear? Now the third type of a reaction will be elimination reaction. Next type of a reaction is elimination reaction. What are elimination reaction? Those reactions in which atom or a group of atom is removed from the substrate resulting in the formation of a multiple bond are called as a elimination reaction. I repeat, those reactions in which an atom or a group of atom from the substrate is removed by the attack of a attacking reagent resulting in the formation of a multiple bond, that is called as a elimination reaction. As for example, if you take this reaction, CH, H, H and then CH, H and then Br. This is ethyl bromide. If it is attacked by potassium hydroxide, and potassium hydroxide is alcoholic in nature. You may see over here, there is a carbon-carbon single bond over here. but in presence of alcoholic KOH, KBr and water molecule will be given out, resulting in the formation of a double bond CH and H plus potassium bromide will be given out plus a molecule of water will be given out. So these are called as the elimination reaction. So elimination reactions are those reactions in which an atom or a group of atoms from the substrate is removed, resulting in the formation of a multiple bond. Am I clear, student? Now this elimination reaction, these are of two types. They can either be E1 elimination reaction. They can either be E1 elimination reaction, or they can be E2 elimination reaction. E1 elimination reactions are called as, they are also called as unimolecular elimination reaction. What are unimolecular? We will discuss in the +2. E2, this over here will be a bimolecular elimination reaction. Is it clear? And the last type of a reaction will be a rearrangement reaction. Last will be a rearrangement reaction. What are rearrangement reactions? Those reactions in which atom or group, when heated, it will rearrange to form the new product. As for example, ammonium cyanate, when heated, it may result in the formation of urea molecule, NH2, CO, and H2. So just see over here, ammonium cyanate when heated, it will undergo isomerization and resulted in the formation of a urea molecule. This is ammonium cyanate. So those reactions in which atom or group when heated rearranges to form the new compound, those are called as a rearrangement reaction. So the various types of a reaction we have discussed. Apart from this, there are oxidation and reduction reaction. I hope students you must have understood this, and with this we basically completes your first chapter of the organic chemistry. We'll meet again in the next lecture. Till then.